This is dangerous and I love it!
It's time to ride. That is our 600cc fuel-injected two-stroke dirt bike. And we know for a fact that it packs one hell of a punch after it defeated both a 454-stroke and a Stark-Varg electric bike in a full-power dyno battle. "4 months since we first started on our mission to build the world's most menacing two-stroke motocross bike, the moment of truth has finally arrived. Just in case you're new around here, here's a quick recap of the story so far. Last year we took delivery of the brand new, completely bonkers, fuel-injected 600cc two-stroke motor called the PM09 from a Canadian company called Panthera. This thing had never been squeezed inside of a dirt bike before. We were to be the first people in the world to do it, and our mission was to build the world's most powerful two-stroke motocross bike. So we got to work. We had a 2019 KTM 250 SX rolling chassis ready to go for this project, and our chief mechanic Sean got to work making the necessary mods to the frame to allow the motor to fit. Meanwhile, I travelled around the country collecting parts to ensure the bike looked as good as we hoped it would perform. Of course, we encountered our fair share of problems and hurdles along the way, but there was nothing that Sean couldn't think his way through. Eventually, we were ready for the first startup, and we were lucky enough to have Mr. Panthera himself travel all the way over from Canada to be with us for the big day. With the build now alive and kicking, it was time to name the beast and add the finishing touches. Loads of people suggested this, and Kev Paul 4884, his comment received the most likes, so let me introduce you to the Black Panther. There were discussions throughout the build as to who should get the honour of taking the bike for its first ride. So, Sean and I made a deal. In a sort of side quest, I set him a workshop challenge to rebuild this rotten Yamaha TTR 125 with a 5-hour time limit. If he was successful and I was able to complete a lap on board this TTR, which we called the cheapest dirt bike on the internet, then Sean would win the opportunity to take the Black Panther for its first ride. And that's exactly what happened. And to be honest, I'm completely fine with that. Sean worked his butt off on this project, and he totally deserves to be the guinea pig. We knew from the start that this motor would be packing a punch, but we weren't sure just how powerful it would be. So before we hit the track, we just had to get it on the dyno to compare it against the most powerful motocross bikes money can buy today. And that's the story so far. It's finally time to go for a ride. But with more than 70 horsepower at our fingertips, we had to be mindful of where we took the Black Panther for its first shakedown. So we're at Fat Cat's Motor Park today for the first ride of the Black Panther 600. Why have we chosen this track? Well, as you've just seen, Sean won the chance to be the first man to test this bike, and this track was his choice. We wanted to come somewhere softer, sandier, so we could lay that power to the ground properly. It's going to sap a bit of power as well, but this was Sean's choice, and that's why we chose Fat Cat Motor Park here today. I think it's going to be good. It's the moment of truth, Sean.
It's the moment.
It's been a long time coming, but it's time to finally ride the Black Panther 600. Yeah. How are you feeling today? You're the man that built this bike. What's going through your head right now?
I'm feeling excited, can't wait.
Are you not nervous?
No.
I'm a little bit nervous.
No,
I'm always nervous.
I'm not nervous at all. Not one bit.
You are the guinea pig, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because we want a good video out of it. So you know, they don't want to see me tinkering on the throttle, do they?
No. I'm nervous. I always am when we first ride with these builds. We put a lot of work into this. You put a lot of work into this, and we know it's super, super powerful as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to handle here, and you've got that little injury.
Oh yeah,
as well.
I've got a broken finger, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't hinder me too much. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I built it. I've got all the confidence in the world in it. I've got tons of faith in it. Yeah, and we're just going to send it.
And you chose this track for a reason.
Yes, I did. Yeah. And again, because I mean, it's a fantastic track. One of the best tracks, sand tracks we've got in the UK. This is what people want to see. They want to hear a big bore, two-stroke.
You want it to come to a soft track, so we could really use the power. We could hear it. But also, it's sapping that power a little bit.
Yeah, there is that. Okay, you have to put that in. But yeah, I admit it. Yeah, it will sap the power a bit, so it'll make it enjoyable. But
and sound good.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be running it at hard pack tracks. You just can't get on the throttle here. Hopefully, we can get it wide open and hear the two-stroke bore.
You are going to be the first person in the entire world to take this motor, this machine, onto a motocross track. Not even the people that created this engine have done that yet. No. So we're in a very privileged spot today. So objective number 1, shakedown, check that it all is running and working as we expect it to be. Objective number 2 is to see how that power actually gets laid to the ground. We know it's super powerful. We've had it on the dyno, 70 plus horsepower out of this thing. But we're going to see how that power lays to the ground. And the third objective today is to send it. So those are our 3 missions. That is our mission today.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Let's get cracking.
As you can see, we've got 3 mission objectives today, and the first one we're going to tackle is the power test. We are just going to run the bike up and down a straight here because it's literally never turned a wheel on dirt before.
Here we go. I'm excited. Super excited. Oh my lord. What have we created? Oh my god. She's got a rev limiter, I know that. This is super fast. Whoa. This is dangerous and I love it. He's gonna love it. Absolutely love it. I got arm pump. I got arm pump.
Any words of warning? Hold on.
Just to hold it wide open and shift gears, man.
Here we go then. My turn. Sean's gonna do most of the riding today, but I'm gonna have a blast down there. I have to, don't I? Oh. Woo! Black Panther 600. Oh, that massive. Oh, that's fast, that's fast. Woo! It's fast. Got some speed down there. I'm going one more time.
That's crazy.
It gets some speed, doesn't it? But it feels nimble enough as well, though.
That's fast. I know, it was so fast coming up here, honestly. You like, I was here like in milliseconds. I was thinking, geez, I need to start slowing down.
What a crazy machine. Right, I think it's going to be enough of us messing around. Did you see that? Oh, that was going up there. That was completely unintentional. That was a completely unintentional wheelie. That was.
It's awesome, mate.
Right, we're going to go there. We'll just check it over. Oh, my heart's going.
Just going to just move the gear shifter because it's a little bit high, so it's struggling just to hook the next gear. So just move it down a little bit and then go from there. Should be all good for track.
First run done. Just going to give it a quick check over because I guess that served as our shakedown a little bit. So we'll just check the clearance on the pipes, all good and everything, and then we'll get on track. As you can see, the Black Panther is dirty. Sean will be hitting the full track very, very soon. But before that, I just need to say a big thank you to our sponsors, our supporters that helped make this bike possible, helped make this build possible. That is, of course, 24MX. There's 24MX products on this bike, including these tie pegs here. Check them out. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can check out those tie pegs on the 24MX website. You can check out 24MX for all of your dirt bike hard parts, accessories and pit products, like the famous 24MX race tent right here. They've always got great deals on the website, so be sure to check them out. Also, we need to say a big thank you to Pewterline as well. You guys know we use Pewterline MX9 two-stroke oil in our two-stroke motocross bikes. Be sure to check out the Pewterline website next time you need to restock on essentials. Just type in your bike model into the search bar and they'll bring up all of the products you need for your machine. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to O'Neill as well. O'Neill have started a new thing this year. If you use our discount code 999laser, you can get 20% off of the O'Neill Europe store. Use our code 999laser, 20% off products on the Europe store. There's a link down below for all of those companies that help us do what we do here on 999 Laser. And one last thing before we hit the track, we've just released these exclusive Black Panther 600 t-shirts to celebrate this occasion. There's 2 designs here and we're only going to be selling 300 of each. If you've enjoyed this project and want to see more like this from us in the future, this is an awesome way to support the channel and become part of the Black Panther family. But be quick, there's only 600. So it's finally time to hit the track on board the Black Panther 600. What we are watching here are literally the first laps around the full track here at Fat Cats. Let's sit back, listen and enjoy.
Flipping heck. Check the bars out. Yep. Look at them bad boys. The bars slipped. I have to go and tighten them up. Whoops. Shocker that, isn't it? I overjumped the double. Check the bars out.
So once we sorted that out, Sean hit the track again, and this time Sean was really getting used to the bike and learning how to use that power and the gears effectively.
I think the clutch is slipping. I need to adjust that back brake as well because it's too low.
So we can cross the shakedown off the list, but Sean didn't get to send it quite like he wanted to. You've done it then, Sean. You have become the first man in the world to take the Black Panther 600 for a ride. Yeah. Talk us through it. How did it feel? What were the emotions out there? We had some teething issues, which might be expected for a first ride on something as new as this. Just talk us through what happened out there.
So the first initial ride is that I just couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I don't know, just because I built it, and I wouldn't say I created it because I didn't create it, I built it, and then just to go out on track on it for the first time was just like, Yeah,
You
just
invested
like,
a lot of time and effort into it, didn't you?
yeah,
So then
yeah,
to be able to roll onto the track and hear it come to life was pretty special.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it rode really well. It corners well, you know, and it does have the big pipe on it, and it did get a little bit of getting used to, because going for the back brake, it's sort of
notice it.
yeah, you notice it. But you know, it's a fun bike. It certainly felt good around here. If we went to a hard pack track with plenty of grip, I think it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
But here, yeah, it was. I couldn't fault it. I genuinely couldn't fault it.
One of the main things we wanted to check was the clearance, obviously, between this fat pipe and the front tyre there on a big impact. There's some big jumps here at Fat Cat practice track. You hit all of them, you cased a couple of them.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Kissed it, maybe?
Yeah, it has literally just kissed it. I mean, you won't see on camera, but I mean, I wouldn't be worried about that.
No issue,
Yeah,
really there.
yeah. I've seen plenty of CR500s with, you know, the front tyre kissing the pipe. For me, that's not an issue at all. I'd be quite happy to get it behind a start gate somewhere.
If we compare it, say, to the 700 two-stroke that we've got in the arsenal as well, it is not comparable in terms of how easy it is to ride and how nimble it is, but how usable the power is as well. Like, you was doing tight little turnarounds here. You could not do that on the 700. That's a big tractor. No. This thing was pretty agile out there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you jump, you know, if anybody jumped on this bike, you know, they wouldn't believe that we built this in my garage and put it together.
It certainly doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't, and it doesn't ride like it. I'm going to use that word again, phenomenal, because it's my favourite word. But believe me, this bike is absolutely phenomenal. It is.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, I guess. Any two-stroke fan watching would have heard the bike in there and would have heard that clutch slipping.
Yeah, unfortunately. It cut the day short.
We didn't want to do any more damage, did we?
No, and it hasn't been run before. We didn't know what it was going to do. You know, nobody knew what it was going to do. Unfortunately, you know, the clutch couldn't handle the 70 horsepower that, you know, we was throwing at it.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we've got a solution, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, so we're just going to have to go back, get that sorted, and then we'll be back at the track, maybe here, maybe somewhere else. There's plenty more stuff we want to do with this, obviously against modern four-strokes, against other two-strokes, against our arsenal of bikes in the garage as well. So there's a lot we want to do with this bike.
There is, yeah.
Drag races at Dan's house, there's a lot we want to do, but we need to get that clutch sorted first.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to come back here and give it a proper going round this track. I want to hear what it sounds like out there, like full bore without the clutch slipping. I'm pretty sure everyone out there does as well. So, you know, I definitely want to come back here and get it. I mean, that's what it's built for. It's built for this track. It's built for the sand. I want to hear the big bore two-stroke boring through the sand, hooking the gears. You know, you won't get a sweeter sound than that. And that's, I want to come back.
That'll happen on the channel soon. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss that video and everything else that we've got to come with the 600 and the rest of the bikes in our arsenal. There's more two-stroke fun to come this year. Yeah. As always, guys, you've been watching 999 Laser. I'm Max, he's Sean. Thanks to Dan, to Phil, to Martin at Fat Cat as well. Till next time, we'll see you at the track.